We're live. Hello, everyone. Good afternoon. Now, we've got a strategy here that actually brings us independent UK estate agents more listings without having to actually do things like overvaluing and stuff or offer really low fees. So, if you give me about, I would say 10 minutes today, because I want to share with you like this TV style social media strategy that will bring in more instructions every month without losing your personal touch, but using video, okay? Which is perfect for independent estate agents who actually want the best for their clients at the end of the day. Now, if you're ready to get started with video, but you're just kind of looking for the right words to say, drop me a line in the comments below, because I'm happy to give you the 15 scripts that our case study estate agent Mark Hennigan has used to bring in just under 800 qualified homeowner leads in just 2 weeks by using simple £5 video ads on social media. Do you hear that? 800 in under 2 weeks. Now, I'm Tina. And this is Daniel, and we have a new strategy that's here to save you time and money and get you more valuations booked and more listings closed in way less time as well. Now, we've actually designed a way to have your social media ads do 95% of the work for you. So you not only get the opportunity for more listings, but the homeowners who actually need your service right now are actually well aware of why they'd want to choose you as their estate agent long before you even talk to them. Plus, we teach the strategy in all of our videos so you can actually learn it for free. It's on YouTube, it's on Facebook, it's on LinkedIn. Just go and dive in, okay? Now, if you want to know one of the easiest ways to know what kind of content to create as an estate agent to get your best results, listen up. Now, let's start with asking the following questions, actually, to bring total awareness to your current situation, because I think that's really important, and find out where your aspirations are. Otherwise, if you have no reason for doing this, then, you won't want to do it. Now, right now, I'd like you to consider the following. I think it'd be a great idea, actually, if you come back and watch this video again and bring with you a piece of paper and a pen or your phone or whatever you like to write with, and then write down the following answers to these questions for yourself, okay?
See if you can answer them in your head now.
Yeah, definitely. I'll go slow, okay? Let's start at the very top, though, for the most important question for your business right now. Let's start with, how many houses did you sell so far this year? Okay, have a think about that. Count it up in your head. Okay, you're happy with that. Now, the next question is, how many houses would you like to sell in the next 12 months? So you take your time, think about that.
Lots doesn't count.
No,
Not really.
it's going to be a number. If you think about how many you'd like to sell each month, how many you could handle selling each month with your capacity, what you like to do with each client. Everyone's different. Everyone's got different goals here. But if you get these numbers down, your subconscious can work towards it as well as yourself, you see. Now, the next question is actually really important that we find. How many of you feel as if you're getting left behind on social media right now? Do you feel like you're up to date? Do you feel like you're doing the right thing right now? Things are always changing, okay? So if you feel like you're not quite sure, write that down, not quite sure yet, need to find out a bit more. Or if you feel you're up to date, go, yippee, that's me. Okay. Now, we know there are always ways to be better at what we do. We always know there are ways we can improve. We're always looking to improve here, and we're always looking to see what the fastest, best ways of doing things are. We're always changing things a little bit just to see how we can make things better. But when it comes to using the up-to-date methods, we constantly see the following. So I wanted to share this with you. One of the biggest things that I noticed, actually this over the last 2 years, people think that they're going to run an ad and then they think that they're going to get tons of leads immediately, which will immediately turn into sales straight away. And we've noticed that an awful lot, okay? That's actually in the last 18 months. That's been quite interesting. And I don't quite know where people got this idea from. But I hate to break the news to you. This never happens. You can get loads of leads in quick, but it's unlikely they're all going to go, yay, come and sell my house right now, okay? I really wish it would, and we try to find ways to do this for you, but it is completely unrealistic when it comes to property and estate agency. Don't you think?
You would have to have a ridiculous amount of preparation. By that I mean you'd have to know exactly who let's say the 1,000 people who are most interested in your area in selling the home. You'd have to make sure you had a conversation, or at least somebody heard you talk about selling for a minute and put that offer in front of them to actually find that.
Yeah, well,
you'd have to get in front of everybody.
I mean, if you talk to many home owners before they even sell their home, you're going to find that the majority are actually considering, and that's the word, they're considering selling. It's a huge, tremendous upheaval in anyone's life to move home. And unless they actually really, really have to sell, most of the time they will contact either a cash buying company or an auction company if they really have to sell. Maybe they've run out of money, and they won't actually go to an estate agent because they are aware that using an estate agent takes time. And you know how long it takes right now for yourself, There's not many estate agents I know. Well, I know in Scotland it's a bit different, but with the England and Wales way of doing things, it takes quite a long time. It does. You know how many months it takes for yourself to get those, and the amount of chains that break as well. It's not, it's not secret.
Yeah.
So it really is important that everybody here understands how lead generation in any form works, so that you get a good grasp of this. And you actually want to start, I think, by thinking about the top estate agent in your area, okay? Now, they're on billboards, maybe they're on bus stops, maybe they're on the buses themselves. They have for sale signs everywhere. They've got sold boards everywhere, letting boards everywhere. They're in the papers, perhaps, maybe in the magazines, probably in the local magazines at least. They're coming onto local radio, even in local TV, in some cases, Now, I want to ask you this, though, okay? What do you reckon your advantages over them? Because you've actually got a huge one. Yeah? It's personal touch. I've been through this a couple of times with my own property sales in the last 18 months.
Yeah.
They have a team of people. It's not very good. Sorry to anybody who's watching that, just one of the top estate agents. But right now, especially now, people are actually really, really enjoying and appreciating the personal touch. And only the independent estate agents can give this. And it's very unique, tailored services, which is incredible for someone to go through a very stressful stage in their life, basically, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Now, I want to share with you something that's really important, I felt. Now, especially going back 6 months, 8 months, 12 months ago, I know you were all busy, but I can't tell you the amount of times during that time that I personally messaged an estate agent online, either in messaging or I gave them a call. And it's while I was looking for estate agents, because I had to sell my property portfolio because I'd split and my ex wouldn't come into any arrangement, any agreement. And he said, you've got to sell up because I don't want to have anything to do with it anymore, which is a bit sad. But the point of this is that almost no one responded to my messages from their social media pages. And that actually was quite disappointing for me. I felt disappointed in those estate agents, because if they don't bother to answer me, I left message on their phone as well. I'd left text messages, and none of them, sometimes none of them were answered. Maybe they were busy and didn't want any more clients at all, but you'd get back to them. I have to tell you another one that happened. One of my sales fell through in the summer, and I was just sent one text message to let me know. Can you imagine? Your sale falls through. I'd had that property on the market since the end of September, and they'd only had one viewing. That one viewing wanted to buy, and then that sale fell through in the end of June, and they sent me a text message to tell me. So communication really is key. Anyway, the point here is that it can't just be myself that this is happening to. And if you consider this, that people aren't communicating well, imagine if a buyer comes through and gets that kind of experience. They're not going to call you again, are they? They're just going to think, oh, it's crap. Not going to go there again. Especially
not when they need to sell their home.
Yeah, well, selling or buying, they just go somewhere else.
Yeah.
So just watch out for that. Always answer every message, just, no matter what, okay? Yes, it could be spam, but it could be an actual person. People have strange handles these days. Anyway, they could have won the business just by answering the message. That's the point I was trying to make. Anyway, let's start by asking you which social media platform you prefer right now. Okay, answer that question to yourself. What do you prefer? It doesn't matter what you think you should prefer. I want you to just go, oh, that's the one for me. I'm not going to put any ideas in your head. And it's the one that you should whatever platform you want. It's the one you feel comfortable with. Okay. And then that one platform, just want you to stick with that one platform for now. Okay. One platform is plenty. And I want you just to own that one platform. Okay.
Yeah.
You really do not need to be across multiple platforms. That's just putting extra stress and hassle on your shoulders. And when you first get started in this, okay, you don't need to be across everything. You're actually spreading yourself too thin by doing this. What you want to do is just get comfortable with one and just focus on that relentlessly and become the star in your area by using that one platform that you find easiest for yourself. Okay, not the one you think you should be on, but one you find easiest. It doesn't matter which one it is, okay? Just choose one that you find easy. And when you're busy, when you are, because you're an independent estate agent, one is really enough. And it's really important that you understand that, okay? You don't need to be everywhere. Now, once you get used to all this, then you can start placing the same content on other platforms if you really, really want to. But that's once you get really good and you feel comfortable. It's not essential, okay? I've seen people get really good results by sticking with one platform just by being consistent. And consistency really is the key. It's better to become consistent and stick to one platform that's really easy for you than trying to spread yourself too thin across many platforms and not do it very well, okay?
That's the one, yeah.
Consistency is key. Did you hear that, guys? Consistency is key. Just in case you didn't catch that, consistency is what's key.
You're going to consistently remind us, aren't you?
I'm going to keep telling you, it's better to just use one platform that you find really easy and just be consistent than spread yourself thin across lots, okay? It really is. It's what works. Next important factor to this, though, use video. Okay? We're at a time now where the market is saturated. Everybody's posts, unfortunately, are looking the same. I don't want to be mean, okay? How can I do this without pointing fingers? Yeah, just do video. And the reason, I want to share with you reasons why, if you use video, you will be successful in social media marketing right now, and using not just marketing, but even doing organic. This is why, okay? I want to explain quickly why we're going to use video, especially for independent estate agents. Now, other ones have thousands of pounds to spend every month, okay? They've got an unfair advantage on you. But if you, as an independent estate agent, use video, you can come across as your authentic self. People will connect with you as a person, and your whole process will be, it's just become 100 times easier for you, because people will go, oh, I know that person. I keep seeing them in my feed. So think about this, yeah? You're going and knocking on loads of doors. You're going to networking meetings. You're going out and about, handing out leaflets and stuff. You want people to meet you. You want people to understand that you are an estate agent in this area, yeah? You want people to feel comfortable with you. You want people to know who it is you are. In fact, you want people to know you so well that when you go to step in their house for a valuation meeting, that they already know you and what it is you do. And by using video, this is something you can do very, very, very easily. Now, how does that sound? Would you like it when you knock on the door? They welcome you in as if that you are an old friend, because they already know who you are and what it is that you do. Wouldn't that be awesome? Rather than you being just another estate agent coming to value the house who they have no idea who you are. They don't even know your name. They can't remember. You've just spoken to on the phone for 5 minutes. Anyway, you can excel at this, yeah? And if you're interested in speeding up this whole process, you can use paid advertising if you need to speed up the process, or if you want to, for not very much money. And it really is simple to do, okay? Now, we know that people crave connection, especially in this day and age, okay? And the way you can take advantage of this fact is by actually using a really simple formula that's been used for years and years and years in TV advertising. It's actually a method which is basically called the Me method, which stands for motivation, education, make the pitch, and entertainment. Okay, calm down. I want him to take notes here. Okay, you can't write that fast. They're not as fast at typing as you are. Okay, so that's motivation, education, make the pitch, and entertainment. That's called the Me method. You can look it up. It's something that's been used in TV for a long, long time. So what we want to do is we just want to look at our social media, and we want to think about our favourite TV channel. Now, the main question here is, would you want to watch a TV channel that played commercials all day long?
No.
You sure?
No. Yes, I'm sure that I know and watch it.
So
not in the slightest.
Let me just explain what that's all about, though. Sorry, Danny, you're right there.
Well, I wouldn't mind talking a little bit.
Okay, well, you've been talking all day, so it's my turn now. So the whole point is that we use the me method because we want people to watch and follow what it is we do, but we still need a few like commercials, right? Since that's what pays the bills. Yeah. So we start with entertainment, and you also want to kind of educate your audience, and you occasionally also want to win a few sales. But I want you to think of it like this. Like a friend who's always kind of posting like something that they are trying to sell. Maybe they've got like a gadget or something that they're trying to sell, and they use their Facebook page, and it's like, oh man, there goes Betty again trying to sell me something. And you know, if time you see Betty come up, she's going to try and sell you something. Okay, you don't want to be like that. You want to be putting out content that's mainly engaging and entertaining, and something that grabs people's attention and helps them get to know you. Okay, like that's a good TV personality. And then when it is time for them to sell their house, they feel as if they know you. They already feel comfortable. You've already built that familiarity. And they feel like they can trust you because they know they know you. And it's not that feeling like, oh no, it's an estate agent. I'm not sure about this. So the people telling me the estate agents can be really, 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 really bad. I don't know. It's a completely different experience for them because you already feel familiar to them. It's just like a TV personality. Think about your local newsreader or something. Does that make sense? Someone they see all the time in their screens. Now, I'm going to let Danny take over. I was going to ask the next question, which would be about the 10 hottest leads. Do you know what that bit is?
Oh, yeah. Well, the next question, what we were thinking of is, like, right now, how many of you estate agents know your 10 hottest leads and your 10 warmest leads that are, for example, in your CRM right now? And are you bringing in 10 new leads a day? Now, you can do this without having to work hard because all this content and video stuff starts with what you are an expert in, because this is what sells you as an independent estate agent. One of the best ideas you can cover as an estate agent is, how big is your buyer list?
Yeah.
If you have a massive buyer list, for example, then tell people about it. This is an amazing selling point for you and your estate agency, especially right now while the market is so uncertain. Who do you think a homeowner who needs to sell their home right now will choose? An estate agent they don't know at all, or an estate agent they've heard of and that they know has a load of buyers who are interested in buying a home right now?
I know who I would choose.
Yeah, of course you would.
I do. I know who I would choose. If you've got a stack of buyers, yeah.
Now, to kind of recap, you want to be looking at this whole social media thing as a long-term process and not expect immediate results. Now, I often hear the phrase that many people stop like 10 feet from the finish line. In my experience, they top 10 steps from the starting line and give up.
That's so true. Think about how many people started like their social media content thing with us. And like within 2 weeks, they went, well, it wasn't working, even though we'd explained that it's going to take months to actually get the momentum. They need to be consistent. And they get like 2 weeks in and go, it's not working for me. It's like, no, we told you it wouldn't.
You started an estate agency business.
Yeah.
That's going to take time for you to get instructions, and it's also going to take time to actually build authority.
Yeah,
momentum and authority and everything.
It really does. And sometimes people don't see your posts, even if you've got a massive following. I don't know if you've noticed how many times, if you're following someone, how often you see their things in your feed. And you can go look at the page and you see that they're actually posting every day. I mean, I follow so many people, but I hardly ever see their things in my feed anymore. Whereas before, I follow people like Holly Price and Jim Parker and Michelle Gallagher and Graham. I haven't seen any of Graham's stuff for maybe 2 months. And yet I know if I go on his Facebook page, I'm going to see loads. The same with Holly, actually. I haven't seen any of Holly's stuff. And I'm only seeing Michelle Gallagher's on LinkedIn at the moment. I'm not seeing any of her stuff on my Facebook feed.
We've seen a couple.
No, I haven't.
Okay.
I've not seen anything from Facebook from Michelle for ages. I'm seeing Jim's coming through, but Jim is a very prolific content producer. I mean, he never can stop, but that's the point. If you want to make a difference, I think,
If you want to make a difference,
you have to put a lot of content out there.
Be consistent over a long period of time, or you have to do a ton of work to put a ton of money in at the beginning.
Yeah.
If you wanted results tomorrow, you'd better put out 1,000 letters or 1,000 ads today.
Because 1,000 ads today?
No. Put an ad in front of 1,000 people today, maybe.
Put out an ad. I was going to say, you don't need to. I mean, if you're just doing organic content, that's what I'm talking about. If you're doing paid, it's different because it just speeds it all up. It gets in front of the right audience. So I was talking about organic. Organic, you just need to be really consistent if you want to do it organically. You want to do it every single day, maybe twice a day. If you're doing paid ads...
Organic costs you time, paid ads cost you money. You can start with paid ads from £1 to £2 a day. So there really isn't an excuse. If you think that, for example, let me tell you this, especially when you're starting and you haven't got anyone, you need an audience of people to get in front of. Yeah. And just having a page on social media is not going to get you that audience. Yes, it will show up in front of a couple people, but it's not going to be consistent in front of those people. You're not going to get a list of the people who are interested in what you're doing. It's not going to build you a list of people. It's not going to change the minds of many homeowners in your area.
Just having a page doesn't actually do anything.
You need a way to reach people. Yeah. You need to reach local homeowners planning to sell. And to do that,
do you remember the fact that Facebook was actually pushing video more than anything else over the last 6 months?
That's true.
Yeah, so that's another reason why you want to choose video. So it's actually something
if you're doing organic, you're doing video, you'll do better than just Canva posts and stuff like that.
It's true.
Because on the one hand, more people will see it. On the second hand, it'll be memorable. Watching you. They'll remember you because you're showing up as a person and educating them.
Yeah.
And third, you can come back to those people later who watch your videos. Okay.
Yeah. Well, I was thinking, I think people just watch far too many films and feel it should be the same way in our own lives,
What, like the time skip kind of thing?
Yeah.
Where
it all speeds
they go
up.
to the gym and 2 years go by, they got really buff.
Yeah. Or like where it goes through almost the life story. It's
might be boring to skip 2 years of your life.
Two years or even a life. So yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I actually heard someone say the other day that it's a really good idea to actually just fall in love with the process. Yeah. And, I really felt like it's spot on. I mean, I love what we do. I love creating video. And all you want to really ask yourself is, why? Why are you doing this? Do you want to serve your local community? And if you do, just get your videos out there, show them what it is that you do, make sure they understand what you do. And
more people come to you for it.
Yeah, they will, because they'll understand what it is you do rather than it just being Happy Christmas Year, whatever it is, because everyone knows it's Christmas Year or whatever it is that people put on those Canva posts now.
Christmas Year?
Well, I'm just making
Christmas all year now.
It feels like it. Anyway, you'll probably find if you're doing this for the right reasons, then all of this actually turns out to be fun. Do it with a smiley face, and we only come around this way once, don't you?
Yeah.
Maybe. I don't know. Anyway, I think
you're only going to live today once.
I think that you've got a resource you want to share with people, haven't you? It was that 15 scripts.
Yep.
Yeah. So if you would like access to the 15 scripts that Dan's actually written, if you just drop a comment below, we're really happy to share that with people right now. To get you ahead,
Yeah. If you want to do video but you don't know what to say,
that's it.
Comment below. Yeah. I will send you 15 scripts of what you can say that have proven to get you more people.
Kind of like what you do for
more people reaching out for what you do. Especially if you advertise it, it can work if you put it out organically.
Yeah,
it's just a matter of how many people you reach.
We've got all this. If you're not sure what to do, just go to our YouTube channel. It tells you what to do.
Okay, see ya.
Bye.